Sanders. They had a whole lineup set. We mentioned it. We know some Utahns come out all for their costumes, and we want to know, how's the weather going to affect them trick-or-treating tonight?
Oh, well, it's going to be good. You don't even need that thick of a costume.
Nice. That's always good to hear.
Yes. I don't know if I'm going to be able to compete with the Spheres costumes they got going on there, but, you know, I can dress as a weatherman, right?
Okay, perfect. Continue on with it, Seth.
All right, I could talk like a weatherman too. Let's talk about it. Looking really nice out there. We have clear skies, not only in the south but the north as well. This is our Black Desert Sky Cam. You could see Ivan's not looking at a single cloud in the sky. A beautiful Halloween evening. Up here in the north, you don't see any clouds either. Just a little bit towards the mountains, but they're not going to be bringing any precipitation. They'll continue to clear out through the evening. This is a live view from Utah Lake in Provo County. You can make out just a little bit of haze there. Air quality isn't too bad, but it is moderate in Utah and Salt Lake counties. It's been bouncing back and forth between moderate and clean air, but it's not too bad. As we get into tomorrow, that is going to stick around. We do have high pressure in place, so that cold air is going to be allowed to sink and get near the surface where it'll get trapped under warm air, which is what creates this inversion and traps that particulate matter. So the Wasatch Front, the northern part of the West Desert, and Cache Valley all will have periods of moderate air tomorrow. But again, it's not going to be too bad. Maybe just a little bit hazier than today, but about the same. Temperatures right now are in the 50s across northern Utah. We have 60s in central and southern Utah, cooling down a little bit quicker up here in the north and the south, but it's still really nice. Temperatures just a few degrees above average. Let's take a look at what to expect tonight. In St. George, we're going to see those 70s drop into the 60s by 9 o'clock. Hopefully most of your trick-or-treating will be done by then. The sun sets just after 6:30 in St. George. That's when those temperatures will really start to drop, but again, it's going to be fairly nice. Here on the Wasatch Front, the sun sets just a little bit earlier, just before 6:30, so that's right around the time that you'll want to be getting out, maybe a little bit before then, so that you can catch some warmer temperatures, 50s, eventually turning to low 50s and upper 40s by around 9 o'clock, with those clear to mostly clear skies sticking around. Lows tonight are going to be right around average, so even if you're out late tonight, the temperatures aren't going to get too cold. 42 degrees here in Salt Lake, a few 30s out there as well, 37 degrees in Logan, eastern Nevada getting close to freezing but not quite reaching it. Freezing temperatures for southwest Wyoming and some of the higher terrain, but that's pretty expected for this time of year. Our upper level futurecast shows that high pressure in place, and as I mentioned, that does bring the haze thanks to the calm conditions and the cool air near the surface. But we are going to start to see some warming temperatures on Saturday. Hopefully that'll help mix out that inversion layer, and it'll continue to warm up as we get into Sunday and kick off next week. This high pressure ridge, it acts as a storm block, so it's keeping most of that wet weather way to the north of us, but we do have a ridge or a trough that's going to be digging in from the north. High pressure is still going to be in place. Warm conditions on your Wednesday. It's going to lift this low pressure system to the north, but we'll still get chillier conditions and some moisture towards the northernmost part of the state as we get into Thursday, maybe even Friday, but it's not going to be very significant. Definitely not like what we saw for most of this month. Regional forecast for tomorrow shows it's going to be really nice, above average across the state. Warmer in the south than the north, but still nice in the north. Temperatures are going to be in the 60s for both the Wasatch Back and the Wasatch Front. Mostly clear skies. We could see a mix of sun and clouds, partly cloudy skies at times, but most of the day is going to be defined by mostly sunny skies. 60s in central Utah as well, vernal in the upper 50s. And then down in southern Utah, a few degrees warmer and much clearer. Temperatures in the 70s for Milford, Beaver, Cedar City is going to climb into the 70s, and then the higher terrain in southern Utah is going to be in the 60s, 78 degrees with a daytime high in St. George for tomorrow. Hey, if you're going out and catching the game tomorrow between the Utes and Cincinnati, it's going to be fairly nice. Do pack a light jacket, but you won't really need anything apart from that. Really pleasant game. Same deal for the Utah State game. Up in Cache Valley, temperatures in the 50s for the most part. We could squeeze out 60s during the tailgate. Really light winds and mostly clear skies. Next 7 days in St. George are going to stay in the 70s. Don't forget to turn your clocks back. Saturday night, Sunday morning at 2 a.m. is when we officially turn the clocks back. And the 70s stick around for the remaining 7 days. Partly cloudy skies on your Wednesday and Thursday with a little bit of a breeze for the midweek. The Wasatch Front looking at the 60s for the weekend. A beautiful weekend. Very gradual warming trend into Tuesday and Wednesday with partly cloudy skies, increasing moisture. And then as we get into Thursday, we do get those isolated showers and a pretty significant drop in temperatures between Wednesday and Thursday. But, you know, it's autumn. Yeah. That's kind of what happens.
We'll take today. This is great Halloween weather, Seth.
It's perfect.
Thank you very much.